You're just jealous of my horse!
What horse?
Oh, Sam's getting me a horse.
Why do you need a horse if you're the brain?
Well, I think he's just trying to butter me up for a big part in his next movie.
He let you read it?
Well, Sam read it to me. But I was sleeping, and then I'd wake up and doze off again, and he was reading.
So you're like sleeping with him?
Well, like I said, I'd doze off and then wake up again. It's not great sleep.
And that is Britt Baron in the new Netflix series Glow. It's based on the true story of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, an all-ladies professional wrestling show that aired in the late 80s. And we're lucky enough to have Britt joining us here this morning. This looks hilarious, Britt.
It was really fun. It's a fun show.
Yeah. So for folks who have not seen it, because it's come out on Netflix, it's been about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm dying to see it, and I've not seen it yet. What can you tell us about the show for folks who haven't seen it yet?
So it's based on the true story of these women who created in the 80s the first women's wrestling league and the first show on television. So it's loosely inspired by that. It's a comedy, but there's really heartfelt moments, and it's Jenji Cohen produced it. So she her shows are Weeds and Orange is the New Black. So it's kind of in that vein. A lot of women, 14 women in the cast.
And did you have to do any special training? Because you actually do some stunts, it looks
Yeah,
like.
I can do some of my own stunts now. We trained for 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks before we started shooting.
Okay. What was that training like?
It was amazing. Chavo Guerrero Jr. trained us, and his uncle, Mondo Guerrero, actually trained the original Glow Girls. So it's kind of come full circle. He's a professional wrestler. It was amazing. I never thought I'd be able to flip myself onto my back or jump off ropes onto my cast members, and now I can do all of that. And so it was really a dream come true.
And what was it like working with such an amazing ensemble cast?
I mean, we all get along so well. We have a group text that goes off every single day. It was like a slumber party on set every day. That's how I would describe it. These are my best friends, and I think that's pretty rare. With 14 girls in Los Angeles who are actors, it could go like very catty and
competitive.
And it wasn't. We were so supportive. I think everyone was so happy to be there that it created such a wonderful environment. I love every one of the girls on the cast.
What's your favorite part about working on the show?
Oh my gosh. I mean, besides the wrestling, I think just being with everyone on set, that was, it's rare. I think everyone was so happy to be on this show because it's exciting, it's super feminist, you know, so I was just happy to be there with everyone and be part of something that I believe in and a show that I'm proud of.
And although it's obviously quite funny and it's, you know, mostly an all-female cast, it does tackle some pretty serious issues about feminism and sexism in the 80s even, right?
Oh yeah, racism, there's a lot because, I mean, in 2017 we still have this, but in the 80s, a lot of this was inspired by true things that were happening on the show. So a lot is tackled. I mean, I don't want to spoil too much.
Okay, we won't give too much away. Can you tell us anything about your character? Because I know she has a secret, right?
Yes, I play Justine. She's the youngest. She's like a punk rocker runaway who definitely has some secret motives for maybe why she's there or her interest in this, being on this show. I don't want to give too much away, though, for people who haven't binged it yet. Yeah.
Well, I know that Netflix obviously has some amazing shows, and I'm sure you feel fortunate to be a part of this, but what other projects are in the works for you, Britt? What's next?
Well, hopefully, let's pray for a season 2. I'm leaving for New York pretty soon to shoot an indie film.
Okay.
So, but hopefully we'll get back to work soon, so, because we were shooting a year ago.
Yeah.
So.
Is it really interesting, though, to work on a show that then streams all at once? Because normally a TV show, you shoot episodes, and you know, people get to see it as you're working on it. But this, it's all out there.
I kind of love, I think that's a really wonderful way. That's how I like to watch shows, because you live, when you're watching it all together, you're living in that world. It's harder, for me at least, as a viewer, when you watch an episode, a week goes by in your life, you come back to that show, you have no idea really where you are. So I think being able to watch all the episodes at once or in a weekend, in a few sittings, you get to really live in that world.
Yeah. Without having to spend most of the time being like, wait, what happened in the last episode?
It's hard to keep track, especially with so many characters. So this way I think you can at least track the storyline.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming in and
you.
joining us. Congratulations on the show.
Thanks.
And you can catch Britt in Glow. Its first season is streaming now on Netflix. We'll be right back.